Hello everyone, I'm Zav, and today we are going to find the Chicago Ghost. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you saw rwhitegoos's Perfect Dark's Unsolved Urban Legend, the Chicago Ghost video that he put on YouTube a few days ago. I saw it too, and I decided to go and try out some things and see if maybe I could find this ghost people were talking about. It turns out I think I did. I think we found the ghosts that are in Chicago. Multiple people have said that they've encountered this ghost over the years, and the legend kind of goes, they started the level, they went, eventually they got to the pond punk, and the doors were open, the guards were killed, they walked into the pond punk, and then they died. And a couple of accounts say that it was specifically with someone that shot him with a crossbow bolt. So I decided to go down to the pond punk and see what I could find out. Turns out rockets are too powerful. My game reset when I fired a rocket at one point. It only happened once. Um, I have version 1.1 of this game, or NTSC version 8.7 final. So both those go together, as you can see on that screen there. And the legend is there's some myths thinking that maybe it's version 1.0 that has to do it, but I don't have 1.0, so I don't know. Um, Everything that you see in here is from 1.1. These are the cheats I put on when I went to explore. There's some things I wanted, like I wanted explosives. I was specifically trying to see if there's hidden characters, enemies in the room already. And I wanted to be able to see through the walls. And I also wanted invincibility because I didn't want to die. I want to find out what's going on in that room. And I also don't want to waste any time having to restart the level because I die or something. So I have the X-ray scanner because I want to see what's going on behind the walls. Well, hello, gentlemen. These are the bouncers, I guess you'd call them, for the club. Basically, you want to disarm them, walk in the room, and right away I kill all of them first because I want to make sure this room's empty. I don't want I want to see if there is surprises, like a ghost or something. So all of them, kill all of them, and I wait a couple seconds, see if anything happens, any more guards. Nothing's happening. I walk in this room, still not seeing anything. I'm looking around the room because I'm just kind of exploring at this point. I turn on the X-ray scanner. I want to know what's going on behind the walls. And you notice the guy up there, he's doing the hokey pokey. That's our ghost. The guy over here on the right, I'm just going to kill him because he's not doing anything anyway. But I shoot him thinking maybe the guy will run down the ramp. And he doesn't. He just wants to stay up there. This right here is I believe this is a pathing problem. In GoldenEye 64, I'm more familiar with GoldenEye than I am Perfect Dark, but GoldenEye, people, the enemies would get stuck behind walls or doors or objects when they're trying to come to you, and they would never get to you. They just stay there. Well, I think in Perfect Dark, what they did is they wanted to fix that problem. So if the enemy is stuck long enough and not getting to you, but they're set on finding you, eventually when you're far enough away or you're looking away from them, the game will unload them and load them in an area behind you or close to you where they could probably find you and get to you. So I'm looking over here, and there's nothing in these walls, and then suddenly I'm getting shot. Turn off the X-ray scanner. There's a guy. I shoot him. Notice the door is not open behind him. Well, that was the guy that was on the ramp doing the hokey pokey. And so what he did is he just teleported through the walls. And I start looking through the walls again with the scanner, and notice that I'm not seeing anything. When I get back to the ramp, you'll notice that the guy that was over there doing the hokey pokey, he's gone. Because he came into the room and I killed him already. So you're not going to see him anymore over there because he's gone. And I don't think he was just some random ghost enemy or something like that. I think he was already in the stage. Here's the cheese. If I had cheese, that's where I'm going to keep it, right in the toilet. So the enemies are already available on the map. They loaded when you started the game, and these are the normal enemies. If they just get stuck, I think they're teleporting into the room. But they have to be in a state, like an active state where they're trying to find you in order for it to happen, I'd say most of the time. There was a couple encounters that I had where, I don't know, it was just suddenly there was a guy in the room. And he obviously didn't know I was there. And I'll show those later in this video. But that one right there, he knew for sure where I was. So I decided to pull out the rocket launcher and start to blow up this room. The reason why I'm doing this is because there are some enemies that are already in rooms, but they're hidden until something triggers them to spawn, where you can see them. And this is known already. That Mr. Blonde's Revenge is a good example. There's an elevator you can go to, you can blow up the elevator, and the guard will fly out of the elevator, and the guard was invisible prior to that. But once they blow up, you can see them. So that's what I'm checking for right now. By doing this, I also can alert the attention to anyone walking around above the room or outside of the building, around the building, where explosions come through the walls and they see it. And it looks like this guy right here, he teleported into this room, so there's another ghost. He's probably walking around upstairs somewhere, I don't know, maybe outside. But you'll notice those doors are not open. So he didn't come in through the doors, he just appeared in the room. And I blow him up, and right after I blow him up, I look out here and there's another guy. So he's about to call the police on me, but I took care of him, so that didn't happen. But he was probably outside, explosions came through walls, triggered him, put him in a state, and then he appeared in here. So this is a trigger room, the sentry room here, also the bathroom, and all the areas on this side of the building area actually. You can, if you're blowing up the room, getting attention from everyone outside, you can walk into this area, and then like right here, this guy appeared. I don't know why he exactly appeared, because he obviously doesn't know I'm here. So that one I can't really explain, but he was obviously on a path, he was walking and patrolling, and just there he was. And somehow he got in the room. But I could see this maybe being useful to know for speedrunning. If you can get guards you have to kill, like certain objectives to fulfill, you can make them teleport somewhere else that's closer. That could probably be useful. I don't know specifically where that would apply yet, because I'm not super that, but like that guy just appeared in the room too until the door didn't open. So this is probably a good point to talk about how the room might have been killed when someone got here, when they first thought about the Chicago ghost. As you can see, this is another attempt playing in this area, and I was looking around the room, seeing what's happening. I go over here, and the agent spawns. It's right now I hear the guy talking. I'm like, what? I look around, and there's an alarm now. I don't see anything still. Oh, there he is. Okay. So I just take him out. He's going to trigger infinite spawns of guys with magnums, so they're going to keep appearing frequently here and there as I blow them up, and I go into this little room here to trigger them. I think one of them even pops in, or appears in the room when I haven't even left the room yet, so there's another one just appeared in there. But for the ghost legend, how someone came into the room and it was already, all the enemies were dead and the doors were open. At first I thought, well, maybe someone spawned, they threw a grenade and blew up their teammates, the enemies, other enemies. And some of the people in the Perfect Dark community said that doesn't really happen. A couple levels can do that. In GoldenEye 64 that's pretty common. You get a random grenade. But I guess in here it's not quite as common. I still haven't ruled that out. That could happen if something in the memory was swapping weapons or something strange. I didn't see anything like that with grenades though. Janus guards are well known, and it is possible that a Janus guard spawned in this room when the game started. And what I'm thinking is maybe he wanted to get back to your location, because that's what they try to come to you. And along the way he encountered the other guards, so he shot him, killed him. And then maybe he died once he got upstairs, outside. And so then didn't realize that he was around. But all these guards were already killed, the doors were open. And then you come in here, there's nothing in here. That would be expected at that point. And then you suddenly die. Well, suddenly dying would be from these guys that teleport from above into this room. And they could kill you that way. I never saw anyone with a bolt gun though, the crossbow bolt, so that theory doesn't really explain the crossbow bolt. It is possible that somehow in the memory, like one of the enemies, their weapon got switched for crossbows. But let's talk more about the Janus card in a little bit. Uh, this is when I first was playing. I didn't have a audio video cable converter to HDMI, so I just was using a GoPro. And then I went and bought an actual converter. But you can see in this room there's no guards, and as soon as I go to leave, you hear a punch. You might have to look at the raw gameplay. The links are down below, but he punches me just as I go through the doorway, and then I turn around and there's the guy's there. So he wasn't there before, so they can appear right behind you. So I go back into the club again. You can see I'm disarming the guards, breaking in, and this is just where I do a little bit of exploring again and looking through the walls. And also at one point you'll see I'll look through the ceiling and I'll actually see someone. These guards, they're on the ramp, stairs, whatever you want to call it, and some of them are going to appear into this room at some point, so you can see there's one up there. But the Janus guards, they're kind of, so going back to Janus guards, they are kind of well known, I guess. They're already known about this game. And there's gameplay you can find on YouTube where a Janus guard is playing. And I'm thinking the developers put Janus guards in this game on purpose. They probably made them rare, but so right there you can see these guys appeared in this room. This other guy by the door doesn't even know I'm here. But I'm thinking the developers put Janus guards into the game and they made it just a rare occurrence to try to reflect how in real life employees or people in general will go over to the other side. They might be doing something, they're for a cause, and then they realize, oh wait, I don't like this, and they disagree with it, and they go over to the other side. So I'm thinking the developers probably put in a small chance where Janus guards can happen, and it's not really a glitch or a bug or anything like that. It's just they put it in there because it would fit real life. So you can see right there, there's a guy standing up outside above the building, and I can see him. So there's someone walking, and those kind of guards, we can get into this room if I was to go blow up the whole room with rockets or something. They're not going to know I'm down here otherwise. At some point I was wondering what would happen if I had co-op with a sim. And so I tried that out here, and you can see the sim's behind me somewhere. There we go. And then here's a guard that appeared in here, and you can see the sim is my ally. It comes out and it shoots the guard. So sim is my ally in this clip. Later in that same gameplay, I have the sim still, and for some reason the sim's not really a Janus. It's like an alternate form of Janus at this point. But the sim just stopped shooting at the enemies and it's just running around. It's not shooting at me, but it's kind of just following me around. It's not really doing anything. It's just stalking me. And I don't know exactly why that happened. But it did this mid-gameplay because it's the same as the last one. Everything so far has been with the cheat codes on, so I decided to go back and let's try to find out what happens if the cheats are off. Can we do this still? Can we get a ghost in here? So I go in, I take out all the guards. I don't have X-ray scanner, I can't look through walls, so I kind of just have to feel things out and hope for something to happen. But as you can see, the room's empty, and I close those doors and reopen them just so I don't get locked out. But go over here, I open the door, I can see there's a guy on the ramp, and I leave him there for now. I'm just like, whatever, he's not doing anything. Come back in the room, oh hey, this guy looks like he's even wondering how did he get in this room. Now that we're doing no cheats, I went around this room, shot it up with Falcon to see if I could get something to spawn, and this guy, he appeared in the room, so he's one of those ghosts. But the Falcon, for several minutes I was shooting the room. It didn't seem like it was triggering anything. Nothing was coming in here. So I decided to try the CMP. And I shoot all around the room, hoping I can get attention for some guard upstairs, and then when I look away, he loads into the room. But the CMP seemed to work better. Instead of going like 3-5 minutes, nothing happening, it just felt like nothing was going to happen. The CMP, I could shoot around the room, and then within 30 seconds, 1 minute, there was someone who would, when I go to this area to trigger them, to load into this room, they would appear, and as you can see right there, there's that guy appeared in the room, and I took him out. I actually almost forgot to include this clip. I finished everything and then realized, oh wait, I forgot this. So this guard, he appeared in this room, and he's going to be here just in a few seconds. And I think I just saw him. Eventually I do turn. There we go. So there he is. He's unarmed, and he tries to attack me. I shoot him. He decides to surrender. And I don't know if this is just a thing for Perfect Dark, because I don't remember GoldenEye 64 doing this. Guards, if they surrendered, I don't remember them ever going away, or they were always there, and they might try to run away from you or something. But he just is like frozen. He kind of says a few things at me a few times, but he just appears frozen. So I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna start shooting the room, see if I can get more things coming here or something to happen. Moving around the room, try and trigger some more of these ghost guards, get them teleport in here. And then I realized, wait, where'd he go? Turn off X-ray, he's gone. So I don't know exactly what happened there, but he unloaded. He's gone. So this is the end of the video. We found out pretty much everything we need to know about the ghosts and why they're coming in here. The only thing we really don't know is the crossbow bolt, and so hopefully someone can post some comments or thoughts, and maybe they can help me get some ideas, or even other people. We can find the crossbow bolt, why that's happening, or how to make it reoccur on replicate it regularly. They said she's a tricky one, and then I decided to just blow up the whole room. While doing this, some guard actually did appear in here and start shooting at me, and I have to take a second or two to figure out where he is, but that's all happening. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps explain some things, and hopefully we can find out what the crossbow bolt thing is.